welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the California Golden Bears, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Golden Bears will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Hey, people still fill in the stands. And he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Coming out with it, it's Traore. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Golden Bears offense will go on the attack first. This is what we expect. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Fires to the tight end.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Lets it fly. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd going to try. Life miserable for these guys. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johns. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. And they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught him. He was ready for that play.
And the Golden Bears line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nice to have the doink work in your favor every now and then, off the left upright and through. Take the opening drive and put up a 3. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Razorbacks offense will go to work for the first time today. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops the throw. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big foul. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Razorbacks are threatening in the red zone. Going to the run, it's Hendricks. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Washington. He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Snagged in the middle. It's Johns. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
The short hands, it's Johns. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The Golden Bears are on the move. Wants to keep it in the air. Gets it out quickly. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. And the Golden Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right down the middle. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's got it out. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his 2nd of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they've been jumped all over, and they really need to put together a scoring drive here, down 21-6. Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Golden Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Washington. Quickly out to the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Catches it at the 30. Slips through the line. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. And Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football, and the defense able to...
Breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Golden Bears, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air. It's Washington. Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Missed opportunity with the field goal, and the deficit is still 15.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Going downfield for the big play. Hits him in stride at the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Fired in from the red zone for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Picked off, a turnover in their own end.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. I'll bet they'd sign up to start every drive first and goal from the 7. They'll run it on first and goal. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
The throw. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Golden Bears really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
Here he comes with the return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
To the air, it's Washington using the quick game. Hey, what about that move to pick up a couple of extra yards? He's down at the 38.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's a first down for the offense.
They just keep firing. Got out of trouble and throws. Got him downfield. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. Gets it out fast.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
Makes the grab. It's John. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Washington. Caught near the sticks, it's Bass. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Golden Bears started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're going back to the ground. Plows through the defense. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Golden Bears had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Working that left side now. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Defense are forced to settle for 3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some...
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. He'll get rid of it. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the Golden Bears decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll return it from around the 50. There he goes. Open it up. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They go to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. The Golden Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll haul it in right around the logo. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
We reach the brink. Arkansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down will open up the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Razorbacks have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Arkansas! Great job by the back on the option. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physical.
Oh, he's got some space. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Looking to throw on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The give on the option. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Fires to the right. It's caught. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, look out on the right. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to throw. Makes the pass. On target to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. To the air on first down. Quarterback moving. A strike downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Gonna look downfield again. He's got it on the run. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. On the ground. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense, whether they've been running the football, whether throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll bring it out. It's Traore. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Wants to go up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game. The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Man, this defense has their hands full today, because not only do they have to worry about the running backs, and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They're working that left side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give out of the gun. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this,
And the quarterback pulled up two and sacked at the 12.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. And the Golden Bears send out the punt unit. No fair catches here, looking for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. From the gun to give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball